In this video, we're going to look at the concept of projectile. Now, let's begin with the basic definition of projectile in physics. Now, projectile in physics simply refers to an object or a body launched into space or thrown into space and moves freely by itself under the influence of gravity and air resistance. Okay, so let me illustrate the concept of projectile using this diagram. Let's say we have this diagram. Okay, let's say a missile is launched from this point. So the missile will make this parabola movement. Right? Now, this point where the missile was launched till this point it reached before it started to fall is known as the maximum height. So this is the maximum height. Alright, whereas from this point where the missile got projected till this place it fell, the horizontal distance is known as the range. Alright, whereas the time it took the missile to move from this place to this place is known as the time of flight. Now, time of flight in projectile is calculated using 2u sine theta over g, whereas maximum height is calculated using u square sine square theta over 2g. Range is calculated using u square sine 2 theta over g. Alright, now the time it takes the body to reach maximum height is calculated using u sine theta over g. Alright, now this movement it's made here, we call it parabola movement. This movement is not a parabola movement in projectile, so we call it parabola movement. Alright, now so it's important you get yourself used to this formula because they will help you a lot in the calculations involving projectile, because when you miss one or when you don't know anyone, it might affect you a lot. So it's important you familiarize yourself with them, get used to it, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so let's wipe this now and look at some calculations on this. Okay, so we have this problem. It says an arrow is shot into the air with an initial velocity of 100 meters per second at an elevation of 60 degrees. Find time of flight, maximum height, and range. Alright, so let's begin with time of flight. Time of flight equals 2u sine theta over g. And in this question, our u, initial velocity, we have it to be 100 meters per second. We have our g, acceleration due to gravity, to be, it is a constant, right? Meter per second square. And we have our theta to be 60 degrees. So if you substitute the values, you're going to have 2 times 100 times sine 60 degrees over 10. So let me punch this to my calculator and get the answer. Okay, so I have it to be 17.32 if you are leaving it in 2 decimal places seconds. So this will be the time of flight. Alright, so let's wipe this and solve for maximum height. Alright, for maximum height, the formula for it is u square sine square theta over 2g. So we have our u, g, and theta at there. So if you substitute them, we're going to have 100 square times, now this sine square theta means you should multiply sine theta into 2 times. Alright, so you should multiply sine theta 2 times, going to be times sine theta is 60 times sine 60. Right, so this is 0 over 2 times 10. So let me simplify this once you store it in your calculator. So I have it to be 375. So you're talking about height, we need to be meter. This will be the maximum height. So let's write this as up a range. Okay, so range is calculated using u square sine 2 theta over g. So when you substitute, you're going to have 100 square times sine 2 theta is 60 over g, which is 10. So when you simplify, you're going to have 100 square times sine 2 times 60 is 120 over 10. So let me point this with a calculator straight and get the answer. Okay, so I have it to be 866.02. If you're talking about horizontal distance, range is horizontal distance. We're going to be measured in the unit will be meter. Alright, so guys, this is how you can solve this particular problem here. Let's solve one more problem, and after you can call it a class. Okay, so the question says a ball thrown up vertically with a velocity of 40 meters per second. What is the time taken to reach the ground? Alright, that's time of flight. Now, in this question, we have our u to be 40, initial velocity to be 40 meters per second, and we have our g, acceleration due to gravity, which is constant, 10 meters per second square. We now have our theta, and we're going to apply this formula u sine theta over g. Now to get this theta, this is simple logic. Now look how we're going to, let me tell you, the theta will be 90. Let me show you. Let's say somebody is standing beside this wall, and the person standing beside this wall throws an object according to this question. Now throws the ball vertically. Let's say the ball goes up like this. This is the ball vertically. Now as the ball is going up, you, the individual that is standing beside this wall, have already made a connection with the ground. This is the ground, right? You are standing on the ground. You made a connection with the ground. Now looking at this, you can see that you have already formed angle 90 degrees as you threw up the ball vertically. Alright, so our theta will be 90 degrees. Okay, now so the time of flight will be, substitute 2u, that's 2 times 40 times sine 90 over 10. Alright, so when you simplify this, you're going to have, this is something as 2 times 40, sine 90 is 1 if you punch it with a calculator, over 10, which is 80 over 10. If you cancel that, therefore our time of flight to reach the ground will be 8 seconds. Alright, so this is basically how you can solve problems involving projectile in physics. And with this, we have come to the end of this class. Hope you learned something interesting. If you are new to the channel, ensure you hit the subscribe button now to subscribe to the channel for more videos. So like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know how you feel regarding what I learned from this class. If you seem to have any specific questions to ask, feel free to leave your question in the comment section below, and I will sure to give you a response. That's it for this class, guys. Thanks for watching.